I've been an Apple user for years, and until recently, I didn't think there was any way anyone could pry my iPhone from my grasp. Until I met the Samsung Galaxy S21 Fan Edition. For TechRepublic, I'm Brandon Vigliarolo, and today I want to tell you why the Galaxy S21 FE is, quite honestly, one of the most impressive devices that I've ever handled. The Samsung Galaxy S21 FE is the budget-priced device in Samsung's Galaxy smartphone family. Starting at $699.99, it's the same price as Apple's iPhone 13 mini, but it manages to include features that put other budget devices, even Apple's, to shame. Samsung developed the FE for younger users, and even included members of the Korean K-pop band BTS to promote the S20 FE's launch. But that doesn't mean the S21 FE is only for young people hoping for a device that takes good selfies. It does that too, but it also does a lot more, especially for its price. The S21 FE was released in January 2022 and has a couple hardware upgrades that make it a step up from the regular S21 devices that preceded it, namely a larger screen and an improved selfie camera. To counter those additions, the S21 FE sacrifices about 500 milliamp hours of battery capacity, has a much lower resolution telephoto lens, and an optical fingerprint reader instead of an ultrasonic one. And it doesn't support ultra-fast 5G millimeter wave signals, so if you're in crowded urban areas or at a show, you might be a little slower than someone with a more high-end device. So what makes the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE so great? Simply put, it's a better piece of hardware than comparable devices. Take my iPhone 13 mini, for example. It's a great phone. But when I was using the S21 FE, I was struck with how much newer it felt than my 13 mini, despite only being about 4 months younger in its release cycle. The 120 Hz screen refresh rate on the FE alone is enough to make it look and feel like a superior device. The fact that 120 Hz is a standard feature on most newer Samsung Galaxy devices, while Apple has restricted it to pro-level iPhone 13 models, is remarkable. And it says something about Samsung's willingness to beef its budget phones up with features that make them feel far more cutting edge. Along with simply feeling better, the FE has several features that make it more usable for professionals. Wireless power sharing, the Samsung Knox secure folder, and file sharing options that include expiration, share restrictions, and other features give the FE yet another leg up as a business device. So, should a professional looking for a new phone buy the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE? Well, that all depends. As I've written in previous articles, your choice of device really comes down to the ecosystem you're comfortable in, and the ecosystem your organization uses. If you use Google and an Android device, the answer is unequivocally yes, buy the S21 FE. I've been testing the new, and I mean brand new, S22, and I'd still say the S21 FE comes out ahead, if for no other reason than the fact that it's the cheap phone without feeling less capable than the latest Samsung Galaxy flagship. Additionally, if you want to buy a fleet of devices for employees, the S21 FE is ideal, given its price point and features. As far as Apple users are concerned, and that's myself included, the question still comes down to ecosystem. What I love about my Apple devices is that they feel less like separate pieces of hardware and more like one big device. Samsung's made a lot of progress on that front, but there's still no one on the market that offers a multi-device ecosystem that can touch Apple's. That said, in my time testing devices, I've tested far more Samsung and Android phones than I've tested iPhones. And this is the first device that has really made me seriously sit up and pay attention to what the Android world is doing. Apple has some catching up to do in terms of hardware innovations, and the S21 FE, a budget device, makes that particularly clear. It feels like anything but a cheap phone, and it's making it hard for me to consider it as anything but the device that puts Apple on notice. For TechRepublic, I'm Brandon Vigliarolo. Be sure to read my full Samsung Galaxy S21 FE review, and don't forget to stick around for the rest of the news, reviews, tips, and tricks you can find at techrepublic.com.